shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you were interested in picking up a channel membership for as little as $1.99 a month, head over to my channel profile and hit the join button to view all of the available perks. Thanks. So as I'm sure all of you know by now, episode 17 of Ninjago Crystalized has indeed released in a different language that I'm sure the vast majority of you watching will completely just not understand. In today's video we are going to be discussing some major spoilers from episode 17, and we are also going to be discussing it as it is. So I'm aware that things may get better or perhaps even worse once the English version that we all understand releases. I'm just going to be talking about an aspect of this episode as it currently is as of right now, disregarding any potential changes that may happen once the English version releases. But as I'm sure you've already guessed by now, we are going to be talking about this entire Harumi and Lloyd ordeal that has been heavily hinted at throughout episode 17 of Crystalized. Now, throughout the entire episode, but mainly towards the very end, we got this huge hint that Harumi is going to be turning sides of sorts, and that she's maybe thinking about a different change in her life, and is going to be joining the good side instead of continuing working for the Crystal King. Now, obviously, we don't know specific exact details, because we don't really understand what's been happening as such, but I'm just going off the actions that were shown in the episode, and basically, well, I got the vibe that Harumi, well, there's a huge chance that she will be joining Lloyd's side and will be completely betraying her previous decisions and the Council of the Crystal King. Now, honestly, this is quite terrible for a few reasons. Now, obviously, we've already known, maybe, or at least got the hint, an idea that Harumi may be having a change of heart since episode 13 and 14, I believe. So it's already been a discussion, and I've already spoken about it on the channel. But now that it's actually happening and has happened in episode 17, you know, it makes things even worse. And quite frankly, I just do not believe this is the right message to send to the amount of kids that'll be watching this, because when you think about it, right, so much in the past, this is essentially a relationship between an abuser and the victim, which, even though it's just a silly little Lego show for kids and is basically a glorified advert to sell toys, at the end of the day, it's still a big plot point happening in the show, and a lot of people are going to see this, and I don't know, it really just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, to be honest. I'm really just not a fan of the direction that they are taking with this, because, to begin with, an abuser with the victim, pairing those two together and having them be put into a relationship, as we've kind of got the hint that that may be happening, you know, it's really just not a good idea at all. And on top of that, Harumi's character just does not need a redemption, in my opinion. What made Harumi so good was how twisted she was. Without really having this whole redemption thing going on, I feel as though that takes away a huge chunk of her character, and just doesn't really make her as good and appealing, in my personal opinion. So overall, I'm just really not a fan of the direction they seem to be taking with Harumi, and also the relationship stuff happening with her and Lloyd. Yeah, it's just not really a good look, in my opinion, and I'm really not happy with how this seems to be playing out. I guess things could still change, though, but just judging it from how it is right now, yeah, definitely not a fan in the slightest, so I just wanted to make this video to put my thoughts out there, and with all of this being said, that does just about do it here. Be sure to drop your thoughts down below on this in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on all things Ninjago right here on the channel. With all of this being said, I'll see you all tomorrow for my next one. Goodbye.